Hello, children and dear listeners. You are listening to the English service of the BBS radio, and I welcome you back on the children's program. I hope that you had a beautiful week. Well, kids, I'm back again, and this time with a drama. It's about a boy who dug his father's grave. Keep listening to us for more. Once upon a time, in a distant land, somewhere near the mountains, there lived a beautiful family. However, they weren't as happy as one would expect them to be. Karma, a little lovable boy, was fond of listening to the stories that his grandfather would narrate every night before going to bed.
Grandpa, can I sleep with you tonight? I want to listen to more of your stories.
Sure, Karma. Come here, sit here. It's warm here. Okay. So, do you want to listen to the tale about the boy who flew away?
Wow, Grandpa, you always come up with such great stories. I can't wait to hear it.
Karma, go to bed. It's late already. And besides, you'll get sick too. Can't you hear your grandfather's dirty coughs?
But Mom, Grandpa's not done with his story, and he's just sick. Don't call him dirty.
Karma, it's okay. Don't talk back to your mother like that. It's not good, you know. Anyways, I will tell you the story tomorrow. Go to sleep, okay?
But Grandpa...
Enough, Karma. Come here.
Good night, Grandpa. I'll listen to it tomorrow.
Okay, Karma. Sleep well, okay?
And sadly, Karma had to obey his shrewd-tongued mother. Even though he couldn't stop feeling sorry for his grandpa, he felt he has been chained by 1,000 chains, and worse, that he had to listen to his mother's heart-ripping advice.
Karma, don't go near grandfather ever again, okay?
Don't talk to me. I'm going to sleep.
Angered by her son's behavior, Toki blamed everything on her father-in-law. Cunning mixed with wit, which she was, Toki thought of a plot that would ease the burden on the family.
Oh God, this old man is really getting on my nerves. I'm sick of all this. I'll do better in hell than here.
What's the matter, Toki? Why did you break the vase that we took so much pain to buy?
Dear, I'm so sick and tired of always having to look after your old haggard father who's always sick. He's going to die soon, and it's up to us to do his funeral rites too. Don't you think we should think about our son's future? If we are going to use up everything for your old father, what's there to be left for our son?
Toki, can't you be a little kinder than this?
Do you always care about your father hearing us? Don't you care about how weary I have become? Do you intend to do everything for your father and nothing for our son? So disheartening. It's so disheartening.
Come on, don't cry, Toki. I'm really sorry. Please, don't misunderstand me. You're right. We will have to do something about my father. He just can't keep depending upon us forever. Okay, tell me. What do you want me to do?
Taoje, since your father is old and will die soon, we can't use up all our money for his funeral rites. I want you to dig a graveyard so that right after he dies, we can dispose of his body there.
Can't we just...
Now what? Do you really have to think big about this?
Fine, it's okay. I will do it tomorrow.
Thank God. I'm so happy, Taoje. I'm truly blessed to have you as my husband.
Taoje, who always obeyed his wife's wishes, could not deny her request this time as well. He gave importance to his wife rather than to his father, and so the next morning off he went to be the boy who dug his father's grave.
Father, where are you going?
To the forest to do some work. Stay home and help your mother.
I'm coming along.
No, you can't come along with me into the forest just like that. You know, there are lots of vicious animals. They might eat you up in one gulp.
I'm not scared, and I have you to protect me from these animals.
Okay, fine. But don't be naughty, okay?
Little innocent Karma, who was a stubborn child by nature, accompanied his father into the woods, unaware of the horrifying act he was about to learn from his father that day.
Dad, why are you doing this for?
Karma, it is not necessary for you to know about this anyway. Mind your own business.
Come on, Dad, don't be mean.
I just don't understand why you are so stubborn, okay? Well, son, this is a graveyard.
But who are you digging it for? Nobody's dead.
Look, Karma, your grandfather is too old and he might die anytime. So, I just want to discard off his body in here. This way, we won't have to spend any money on the funeral rites. In fact, we would save the money and invest them for your future.
But Father, Grandpa's not dead yet. Why are you digging the grave now?
I'm digging the grave now so that I don't have to dig it later. Now, be a good boy and let your father work. Don't wander off alone, okay?
Father, you know what? You're a wasted son and a bad father. I hate you.
Karma! Karma! Wait, listen.
After hours of digging, Taoji was finally done. He arranged some leaves and twigs beside the graveyard to prepare everything when the day came of his father's death, totally unaware of the shock he was going to embrace a moment later.
What a hard work. Finally, I'm done and I can rest in peace now. Karma! Where are you? Karma!
I'm here, Father.
What were you doing there?
Digging your grave, Father.
What? Graveyard?
Yes, you heard it right. I was digging your grave now so that I wouldn't have to dig it later. After you die, I will dispose of your body in this graveyard. That way, the money saved would be used to invest on my own children in the future. Isn't it interesting, Dad? Let's go home now. My father's grave is ready. My father's grave is ready.
I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Not only have I been a bad son, but also a bad father. How can I teach my son to be as treacherous as I am? Oh, Father, I'm so sorry for what I've been trying to do. I was blinded by your daughter-in-law's hatred towards you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Taoji was saddened and ashamed of himself. He tried to become a worthy son of his father and a good example for his son. His wife too learned what happened that day and regretted for the worse she had been. That day onwards, she looked after him like her own father. Indeed, Karma taught his parents a good lesson with his innocence. And Karma had all the time in the world to be with his grandfather and listen to all the stories he wanted. And they lived happily thereafter. And that was a drama on the story, A Boy Who Dug His Father's Grave. And let's not forget to thank our characters. Yuentin Jamsu, who played the character of Taoji, Sring Wangmo, who played the character of Toki, and Deshyangden, who played the character of Karma. I hope the story taught you some lessons, and keep listening to the English service of the BBS Radio Children's Program for more interesting stories. Until next time, I'm Chayku, signing off and saying goodbye. See you next time.